Hey y'all, so here I am. I'm sorry that this video is so late. To be honest, I didn't even want to make this video. Yet on the other hand, it just seemed really necessary. I needed to, I felt like I let everybody, or I felt like I needed to let everyone know how things were going. And plus, for me, making videos, especially about this, is sort of cathartic. Anyway, so the last time I left you, I had just been to the doctor and the baby had a heartbeat, and we were still being cautiously optimistic about whatever was going on. But I went back to the doctor on Monday. I can't remember if that was in my update or not, so I'll just give a brief overview. I went to the doctor Monday. Baby had a heart rate of 130. Had only grown by, I want to say, 1 day in 3 days. Yeah, like I said, still being cautiously optimistic. The sac really hadn't grown that much, but had grown a little. She said just to, keep waiting to see what happened, but my doctor, but she just still didn't think that it looked good, in her professional opinion. But she was like, hey, I'm never going to be one to discount a miracle. So anyway, Monday night at about 10:30, I started to get a little bit of pink spotting. And I wasn't sure if it was maybe just from the ultrasound because, they can irritate the cervix. And since I had several ultrasounds, I thought maybe it was that because it was just a little bit pink, sort of brown. And then that was it. And then the next, I went to bed, it was fine. Of course, I was freaking out but my stomach wasn't cramping or anything. So at that point, I wasn't too worried. But then Tuesday morning, it was just like brown sort of spotting. My stomach still wasn't cramping in the morning, but as the day went on, the spotting, instead of just being like that pink or like brown sort of, it actually turned to blood red. And then by that afternoon, it still wasn't like a flow or anything. I didn't have to wear a panty liner. But it, definitely was bleeding. By that night, my stomach was really starting to cramp. And I just knew, like, at that point, I think I just knew it was over. And then all day Wednesday, I was actually having contractions. And I was having to wear a panty liner, but anyway, Wednesday I could feel like every maybe 10 minutes or so, that my uterus was just tightening down. And then I would pass like a few clots, even though they were small. But anyway, and then Wednesday night I actually passed the baby. And then Thursday I passed the sac. I went to my OB on Friday and just had an ultrasound to make sure that everything had come out, and it had, which, I knew because I had seen it. So anyway, yeah, that's where I am. 3 miscarriages in a row now. I'm sorry I keep looking down. I just feel like I just want to close my eyes. Yeah, 3 in a row. So now I'm in that recurrent loss category. So yeah, this time felt almost exactly like the first one that I had. The first one I lost around 8 weeks. This one I actually lost the baby at 7 weeks, 6 days. Yeah, emotionally at this point, I think it's kind of weird, and I don't want this to sound hard or calloused in any way, but I wasn't as devastated, I guess, this time around, because I think I'd had 2 weeks to prepare for the fact that we pretty much knew it was going to happen, even though, you know, we'd seen the heart rate or the heartbeat and stuff like that. But it was still in the back of my mind that it was not going to end well. So I definitely think that helped, yet in a way, it was really bad, because I'd honestly started to, you know, have some hope that this was going to be our miracle baby, and that, you know, my story was going to defy the odds and prove the doctors wrong and the literature, and one day I'd be able to join that misdiagnosed miscarriage website, and I'd have some great story to share. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Yeah, so I stopped bleeding about 2 days ago. So it lasted about 5 days altogether, which was nice. You know, I've still had like a little on and off pinkish, but that's about it. Really nothing. I mean, it's just there sometimes and then gone. Let's see, my husband and I have just sort of decided, we're definitely taking a few months off. Not even gonna think about it or revisit the subject for a couple months, but in April we will sort of sit down. We've decided that we would just sit down and talk about how we really felt, and if we wanted to go forward or just leave our family the way that it is. And at this point, I really don't know. I mean, part of me feels so, not desperate, because I definitely don't feel desperate, but I don't know what the word is, but I wanted Ellie to have a sibling. I mean, I have 3 sisters and a brother, and that's been a great life. My parents have been married for 45 years. I love having a big family. Even though 2 kids is by no means a big family, I wanted Ellie to always have, you know, she might not always get along with her sibling, but, you know, they'd always be there for each other, and I don't know. Anyway, so in April we'll either decide if we want to try again or if we're just done for good. It will honestly be nice to have a couple months to not think about it, to not worry, to not try, to not tempt, to not use OPKs, to just relax and be human again and just be a family. And I want to get back to the gym and lose weight and feel better about myself and heal emotionally and physically and all of those things. There's my doggy Bear. He should be my second. Well, actually, he's my first baby. He'll be 7 in March 18th. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are now. I feel like there's so much to this story that I'm leaving out or forgetting, but I really can't remember at this point. I feel really mentally drained over the whole subject. It's just hard, you know, and as hard as it is on me, it's equally hard to see my husband suffer and to have to tell Ellie that, oh no, I'm sorry, yet again for the 3rd time, nope, you're not really going to be a big sister. Although, I mean, technically she is. You know, we had Will at almost 16 weeks, and we held him, and he has a little grave, and anyway, yeah, so that's been really hard, and it's, you know, even my parents and just everyone that went through this with us and you guys. Yeah, so I don't know. I have peace in my heart from God, who just gives me peace beyond all human understanding. But yet, that doesn't stop my heart from breaking. It doesn't mean I'm not sad, because I am very, but I think the only way I get through it is by knowing that there has to be a greater purpose in this. Like, something good will come of this. I may not know it now. I may not even ever know what it is on this earth. But I have to believe that this is for some greater good. Somewhere, somehow, you know. That's how I get through it. I don't know how other people get through it. I honestly don't. Because without God, I feel like I would just crawl under a rock and die. That may be a little harsh and blunt, but I don't even know how I would wake up in the morning without that peace. So anyway, I don't really know where my channel's gonna go from here. I probably will make some life updates, and definitely in April I will make an update and let y'all know how we're, you know, which way we decide, if we want to try again or if we're just done. There's so many things, like I record of Ellie, and her birthday was on the 4th, and we just had her party tonight, and she was so adorable, and it was all Minnie Mouse. And anyway, that has nothing to do with this, but you know, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but I appreciate everyone who went through this little journey with us. It means a lot, and like I've said pretty much every single video, if in any way my story touches you or helps you, then honestly I feel like that is part of the reason why this burden has been laid upon me, because I love helping others, and I know how I feel when I watch something or see something, or that is watching, but anyway, or hear something that really speaks to me or touches me, or I think, wow, that's exactly how I feel. You know, how did they get through it? How did they do it? And so if I could ever be that for someone, then that would almost make this worth it, because I think in life, one of our greatest callings is to help others and to lift others up and to be a support and a comfort to others. So if I've done that even in the smallest amount, then that makes me happy. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen from here on out, but I will be sure to keep everyone updated on how things go. And I appreciate, again, the prayers and the nice words. If you have a story to share, I would love to hear it. But for now, this chapter is closed, and I really hope that there's another one, but I don't know. I guess we will have to wait and see. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully my next video will be something really great or inspiring or uplifting. But until then, it is see you later, and thanks.